Alright guys, Manchester City have just beaten Sevilla by 3 goals to 1 in a game that ultimately didn't matter at all. There wasn't much to choose from in terms of tonight's games for excitement, really. Although I guess in Benfica's group, they did go top of that group after beating Maccabi Haifa, so there is that. But Man City, they were. I don't even know what the possession stats were, but I'd imagine it was complete domination from City. They must have had about 75% possession. Sevilla had very little of the ball. Yet still went into half time with a 1 goal lead. Goal by Rafa Mir. It was shocking defending from Man City for the corner. Mir's just allowed to float to the back post almost. No one around him. Every Man City player static. Sergio Gomez is the one that should have picked him up really, and just doesn't even go close to him. And it's a well controlled header into the corner of the net. To be fair, he didn't give Ortega any chance of saving it. But yeah, still shocking defending from City for that goal. And yeah, they controlled the game up until that point, but just never really looked like scoring. Sevilla did set up very defensively. In fairness, there was a 5-4-1 more so than a 5-2-3 because the wingers were more wide midfielders. So it was a similar game plan to what Leicester went for at the weekend, except from Leicester tried to attack City a little bit, whereas Sevilla just had nothing. They were happy with their goal, and their goal came from out of nowhere. I just checked my phone for a second. I looked up. Oh shit! City has conceded 1-0 Sevilla. Second half though, Pep made some changes, brought on the likes of Bernardo Silva, Rodri, De Bruyne. Who else did he bring on? He brought on. Can't think of who else he brought on now. He brought on somebody, they got back into the game. The first goal came from Rico Lewis at right back, making his first ever Manchester City start. Imagine that first ever start, and you're not a player who scores goals anyway. You're a right back, and you scored in the Champions League as well. That must be like dream moment. So fair play to him for that. It was a well taken finish as well. And the second one, Kevin De Bruyne has come off the bench. Commentators just talking about how De Bruyne is a player who encourages players to ignore passing stats like pass completion, because otherwise you never attempt anything risky, like a defence splitting pass. And literally, as he's saying this, De Bruyne just produces pass of the match to Julian Alvarez. He takes it around the keeper and makes it 2-1. And Mahrez made it 3-1. Alvarez set him up this time, and it was a well taken finish. And yeah, that won the game for City. But it was a typical Manchester City performance, really. Other than the fact that they didn't score in the first half, but they had a very, I wouldn't say weak midfield, but a very sort of thrown together midfield of Gundogan, Foden and Palmer, and it just didn't seem to work at all, because you've got the attacking players, but there's no one who's going to come deep for the ball and just spray passes out there. Gundogan's not the guy to do that, and Palmer and Foden definitely aren't the players to do that. Grealish, I thought, struggled to get involved in the game. Alvarez was constantly making good runs, but he just never had anyone really try to find him that much. But Sevilla, they worked hard defensively, defended well. They had some really good performers. Rakitic in particular, before he got subbed off, I thought definitely put a shift in. And they also had Suso come on off the bench. He's a player I haven't heard about in a while. I remember when he was breaking through at Liverpool back in 2012, I would say it was. I thought he was a good player back then, and I was a bit disappointed at the time when we sold him in 2015. I think we sold him because he was a very good technical player. Yeah, he's probably in the top 5 players I wish Liverpool hadn't sold. Probably 5th. But yeah, there's not really a lot more to say about this game, to be honest, other than Sevilla are out of the Champions League. They knew that before this game, though. They're going to the Europa League. And was that the plan all along? Who knows? Because, I mean, that they are like the masters of the Europa League, winning the Europa League, getting into the Champions League, getting knocked out of the groups. They did that for 3 consecutive seasons and won the Europa League 3 years on the trot. Which, I mean, that's some achievement, because not only do you have to be very good, but you also have to be very poor. At that point, surely it can't be just a coincidence. But yes, City, if through, they're top of their group, so that means they'll play the away leg first, and they've got a lot of options. I think because Liverpool, as far as I know, they're the only English team who finished second in their group. Liverpool have only actually got 4 teams they can get in the next round. I believe it's Porto, Benfica, Real Madrid and Bayern. So, I mean, I know which 2 out of them 4 I would prefer to play. But yeah, City, there's like a whole load of teams they can play. I think there might even be something like 6, because they can't get Dortmund, obviously, and they can't get Liverpool. But other than that, there is a load of teams that they could potentially get. Haaland not on the bench again. I haven't heard anything about his fitness, but the longer he's out injured, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them, because they weren't overly convincing against Leicester at the weekend. Like, Alvarez is a completely different player to Haaland, and all the players have got used to having this target man just like stretching defences or like holding the ball up really well for teammates, and they haven't got that at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt to that, although the World Cup is coming up, so that probably suits them actually. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.